Get ready for explosive action as global stars enter the world of Street Fighter, where power, skill, and epic battles collide in the ultimate fight for glory. Let's start. Jean-Claude Van Damme made a major mark in pop culture when he starred in the 1994 action film Street Fighter, where he played Colonel Guile, a role originally from the famous video game series. Despite the movie being very different from the game's storyline, Van Damme brought his signature martial arts-style physical charisma and high-energy action presence to the character, making him the central hero of the film. At that time, he was already a global action star from films like Bloodsport and Kickboxer, and Street Fighter was designed to use his popularity to boost the movie's appeal. The production was fast-paced and challenging with a mix of Hollywood, storytelling, and arcade game aesthetics. Even though critics were divided, the film became a cult classic over time, and Van Damme's performance as Guile remains one of the most remembered parts of early video game movie adaptations. Raul Julia delivered one of his most iconic and final performances as M. Bison in the 1994 film Street Fighter, bringing unexpected depth and theatrical power to the villain of the video game adaptation. Even while battling serious illness during filming, Julia fully committed to the role, portraying Bison as a charismatic yet ruthless dictator leading the criminal organization Shadaloo. His performance stood out in a movie that was otherwise often criticized because he treated the character with Shakespearean intensity rather than simple cartoon villainy. Julia's background in classical theater and films gave Bison a unique presence, mixing charm, menace, and emotional weight that elevated every scene he appeared in. For many fans, his portrayal became the most memorable part of the entire film, overshadowing even the action sequences and the game-inspired storyline. Street Fighter is also remembered as his final major film role before his passing in 1994, making his performance not only iconic, but also deeply significant in his career legacy. Ming-Na Wen played Chun-Li in the 1994 film Street Fighter, bringing one of the most famous video game characters to life in a live-action adaptation. In the movie, Chun-Li is reimagined as a brave television journalist who is secretly working for justice and seeking revenge against the villain, Monsieur Bison, for destroying her life and family. Her role added emotional depth to the story, showing determination, intelligence, and strong fighting spirit throughout the film. Even though Street Fighter received mixed reviews overall, Ming-Na Wen's performance stood out for its elegance, energy, and commitment to action scenes. She helped make Chun-Li more recognizable to global audiences beyond the gaming world, turning the character into a symbol of female strength in early video game movies. This role also marked an important early step in her Hollywood career before she went on to become a major star in film and television. Damien Chapa played Ken Masters in the 1994 film Street Fighter, bringing the iconic video game character into a live-action action movie setting. In the film, Ken is shown as a skilled and confident American martial artist who teams up with his close friend Ryu and Colonel Guile to fight against the villain M. Bison. His character adds energy and a more playful fighting style to the story, often using fast-paced martial arts and teamwork during battles. Ken and Ryu's partnership is one of the key elements that connects the film to the original Street Fighter game series. Even though the movie received mixed reviews, Chappa's performance helped capture the flashy, competitive spirit of the arcade character. His action scenes and chemistry with the main cast contributed to the film's entertainment value and cult status over time. Today, his role is remembered as part of the early era of video game movie adaptations in Hollywood. Byron Mann played Ryu in the 1994 film Street Fighter, bringing one of the most iconic video game fighters to the big screen. In the movie, Ryu is portrayed as a skilled and disciplined martial artist who travels with his friend Ken Masters, getting involved in the global conflict against the dictator M. Bison. His character represents honor, focus, and traditional fighting spirit, contrasting with the more flashy and aggressive styles of other fighters. Throughout the film, Ryu's journey connects him to the larger mission led by Colonel Guile as they work together to stop Shadaloo's plans. Although the movie received mixed critical reactions, Byron Mann's calm and grounded performance helped balance the film's energetic and chaotic tone. His fight scenes and bond with Ken added emotional structure to the story, staying closer to the original spirit of the arcade game character. Over time, his portrayal of Ryu has remained a memorable part of early video game movie adaptations and 1990s action cinema. Wes Studi appeared in the 1994 film Street Fighter as Victor, Sagat, one of the key fighters working under M. Bison in the Shadaloo organization. His character is portrayed as a powerful and intimidating combatant known for his strength, discipline, and loyalty within Bison's army. In the film, Sagat is involved in enforcing Bison's rule and participating in the conflict against Colonel Guile and the Allied fighters. Wes Studi brought a serious and commanding presence to the role, giving the character a grounded intensity that matched his reputation as a strong action performer in Hollywood. Although Street Fighter received mixed reviews, his performance helped add credibility to the villain side of the story. His fight sequences and calm but threatening personality contributed to the film's martial arts atmosphere. Over time, his role in Street Fighter is remembered as part of the early wave of live-action video game adaptations in the 1990s. Andrew Bryniarski played Zangief in the 1994 film Street Fighter, bringing the famous video game wrestler to life as one of Mr. Bison's powerful enforcers in the Shadaloo army. His character is shown as a giant, muscle-bound fighter with extreme strength used, mainly in combat operations and heavy battles against Colonel Guile's forces. In the film, Zangief adds both intimidation and comic relief as he is portrayed as somewhat loyal but also confused about the true nature of Bison's plans. Bryniarski's strong physique and screen presence made the character believable in action scenes, especially during close combat moments. Although Street Fighter received mixed reviews overall, his performance stood out for capturing the over-the-top energy of the original arcade game. His role helped balance action and humor-making Zangief one of the more memorable side characters in the movie. Over time, his portrayal remains a recognizable part of early video game film history. Grand L. Bush appeared in the 1994 film Street Fighter as Sergeant Balrog, bringing the famous video game boxer into a military-style live-action role. In the movie, Balrog is reimagined as a loyal member of Colonel Guile's Allied nation's forces rather than the villainous fighter seen in the original game series. His character serves as part of Guile's trusted team during the mission to stop M. Bison and the Shadaloo organization. Grand L. Bush brought confidence, strength, and a disciplined presence to the role, helping make Balrog feel like a capable soldier in the film's action-driven storyline. Although the movie received mixed reviews, his performance added support and energy to the heroic side of the cast. His action moments and teamwork scenes helped connect the film's military theme with the game's fighting character roster. Over time, his portrayal of Balrog remains a memorable example of how Street Fighter adapted game characters into a different cinematic world. Roshan Seth appeared in the 1994 film Street Fighter as Dalsim, bringing the legendary video game character into a new live-action interpretation. In the movie, Dalsim is reimagined as a peaceful and intelligent scientist who is forced to work for the villain M. Bison inside the Shadaloo laboratory. Rather than being a traditional fighter from the game, his character becomes a moral voice in the story, showing compassion and concern for those harmed by Bison's experiments. Roshan Seth delivered a calm and thoughtful performance, giving the film emotional balance amid the larger action and comedy elements. His scenes with Blanca were especially important, as Dalsim tries to protect and help him regain humanity. Although Street Fighter received mixed reviews, Seth's performance was respected for adding depth to a very unusual adaptation of the original character. Over time, his portrayal remains a memorable part of the film's creative reimagining of the game universe. Kylie Minogue appeared in the 1994 film Street Fighter as Lieutenant Cammy, bringing the popular video game fighter into a live-action military role. In the movie, Cammy is portrayed as a skilled and loyal officer, serving under Colonel Guile in the Allied nation's forces during the mission against M. Bison. Unlike the original game version, her character is presented more as a disciplined soldier than a mysterious assassin fitting the film's military action storyline. Kylie Minogue brought charm, confidence, and strong screen presence to the role, helping Cammy stand out among the large cast of fighters. Her action scenes and teamwork moments added energy to the heroic side of the story. Although Street Fighter received mixed reviews, her appearance became one of the most talked about parts of the film due to her global music fame at the time. Over the years, her portrayal of Cammy has remained a memorable piece of 1990s pop culture and early video game movie history. Miguel A. Nunez Jr. appeared in the 1994 film Street Fighter as DJ, bringing the energetic video game character into a live-action comedy setting. In the movie, DJ is portrayed as the quick-talking and stylish personal aide to the villain M. Bison, often adding humor and charisma to the story. Unlike the heroic kickboxer from the original game series, the film reimagines him as a clever opportunist who looks for ways to benefit from the chaos around him. Miguel A. Nunez Jr. brought lively personality, comedic timing, and charm to the role, making DJ one of the more entertaining supporting characters in the film. His scenes with Raul Julia's M. Bison created several memorable moments that balanced the movie's action with comedy. Although Street Fighter received mixed reviews, his performance became part of the film's cult appeal. Over time, his portrayal remains a fun and recognizable piece of early video game movie history. Peter Navy Tuiasosopo appeared in the 1994 film Street Fighter as E. Honda, bringing the beloved video game sumo wrestler into a live-action adaptation. In the movie, E. Honda is reimagined as a skilled member of Chun-Li's investigative team rather than a professional sumo champion from the original game series. His character works alongside Chun-Li and Balrog to expose Monsieur Bison's crimes and help defeat the Shadaloo organization. Peter Navy Tuiasosopo brought strength, humor, and a likable presence to the role, making Honda an enjoyable part of the supporting cast. His size and physical presence helped capture the larger-than-life spirit of the arcade character while fitting the film's action comedy style. Although Street Fighter received mixed reviews, his performance added charm and team chemistry to the movie. Over time, his portrayal of E. Honda remains a memorable part of the film's cult following in early video game movie history. Simon Callow appeared in the 1994 film Street Fighter as A.N. Official, the diplomatic representative who becomes involved in the global crisis caused by M. Bison and the Shadaloo organization. His character serves as part of the political and military leadership trying to manage the hostage situation and support Colonel Gel's mission. In a film filled with fighters and action scenes, Simon Callow brought a polished and authoritative presence that helped ground the story's international conflict. Known for his strong acting background, he added intelligence and personality to a supporting role that connected the military campaign with the world's political response. Although Street Fighter received mixed reviews, his performance contributed to the movie's larger scale and serious tone in key moments. His scenes helped balance the exaggerated action with moments of official strategy and decision-making. Over time, his role remains a small but notable part of the film's ensemble cast in 1990s video game cinema history. Jay Tavare appeared in the 1994 film Street Fighter as Vega, bringing the stylish and dangerous video game fighter into a live-action adaptation. In the movie, Vega is portrayed as one of M. Bison's elite warriors known for his speed, agility, and deadly claw weapon. His character serves as a loyal enforcer within the Shadaloo organization, helping protect Bison and battle against Colonel Guile's forces. Jay Tavare brought athletic movement confidence and a sharp screen presence to the role, helping capture Vega's elegant yet threatening personality from the original game series. Although Street Fighter received mixed reviews, his performance added flair and visual excitement to the villain side of the story. His action scenes reflected the acrobatic and fast-paced style fans expected from the character. Over time, his portrayal of Vega remains a memorable part of the film's cult legacy and early video game movie adaptations. Greg Rainwater appeared in the 1994 film Street Fighter as T-Hawk, bringing the powerful video game fighter into a live-action military setting. In the movie, T-Hawk is portrayed as a loyal member of Colonel Guile's allied nations, forces helping in the mission to stop M. Bison and the Shadaloo organization. Unlike the original game version where he is a native warrior seeking justice, the film reimagines him as a disciplined soldier who stands beside Guile during the global conflict. Greg Rainwater brought strength, determination, and a calm presence to the role, fitting the movie's action-focused tone. Although Street Fighter received mixed reviews, his performance helped strengthen the heroic team and added another recognizable fighter from the game roster. His action scenes and teamwork moments supported the film's military adventure style. Over time, his portrayal of T-Hawk remains a memorable part of the movie's ensemble cast and early video game adaptation history.